Welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the hilarious and honestly pretty harsh truths of entrepreneurship. And we're doing it by following the journey of a super ambitious but initially very misguided monkey. Look, we've all seen it, right? Projects launch with massive, crazy hype, only to just quietly disappear a few months later. So we're looking at some fantastic source material that uses a simple fable to explain exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how to actually prevent it. We're going to break down the 5 absolute, non-negotiable rules for a business to actually survive out there in the wild. So let's dive right into this central mystery. Everyone out there, from your enthusiastic idea guy friend to the online marketing guru, claims to know the ultimate secret to business success. One expert swears it's all about raising capital, another says it's 100% marketing, and a third just tells you to keep grinding. But seriously, think about it. If everyone supposedly knows the answer, why do so many doors keep closing? Why do these grand, highly anticipated projects shut down before anyone even learns their name? Well, our monkey entrepreneurs set out to figure out this exact game. To figure out why projects actually survive, we're going to follow our protagonist's journey through 5 foundational rules. We've got the business success mystery. Rule 1, market need. Rule 2, reaching customers. Rule 3, building real trust. Rule 4, effective repetition. And finally, Rule 5, smart continuity. Okay, kicking things off with Section 1, the business success mystery, more than just hype. We begin our fable here by totally dismantling the illusion of easy success. You see, the monkey quickly learned that the market, it really doesn't care about your enthusiasm at all. You can have a breathtaking, world-class logo and, those flashy, coming soon to change the market Instagram posts. But if your core foundation is weak, the market is just going to ignore you. Our protagonist originally thought that simply having a cool idea automatically equaled a solid business plan. A fancy name? He thought that guaranteed sales. But actually, without the 5 fundamental rules we're about to cover, even the absolute best ideas will suffocate. The market does not fund your enthusiasm, folks. It funds solutions. Moving right along to Section 2, Rule 1, market need. Let's see how our monkey tackles his first major trial, which is really all about understanding what people actually want to buy. This part of the story brilliantly illustrates that massive disconnect between a product you personally love and a product the market actually needs. So the monkey's first venture was selling umbrellas. And not just any umbrellas. These were futuristic, beautifully designed, high-tech umbrellas. He was so confident. But here's the reality check. He opened his shop in Riyadh. It is bone dry, the sun is blazing, there's not a single cloud in the sky, and people are just walking by, completely unbothered. When he desperately tried to pitch this gorgeous design to a guy walking past, the man literally just replied, "My problem is that there's no rain, not the design of your umbrella." It's a classic mistake, right? The market pays for things that solve a real problem or make life easier, not just things that look pretty. Retreating to his room after failing to sell rain gear in the literal desert, our entrepreneur writes this very first lesson of the day on his board. If your project doesn't solve a problem, it might be the problem. Ouch. It's a really tough pill to swallow. If your business doesn't address a clear, undeniable need, you're going to spend all your time and energy just begging people to care. And frankly, the market is not going to open its wallet just because you have a nice way with words. All right, Section 3, Rule 2, reaching customers. Armed with his new knowledge about solving problems, the monkey launches his second venture, focusing heavily on the rule of reach. So he pivots to selling bananas, and he sourced the absolute best, world-class, premium bananas, putting them in a beautiful box, claiming them to be the greatest on earth. He was confident he nailed it this time. But the absurdity here is where he actually set up shop. He located himself in a dark back alley with zero visibility, zero signage, just waiting to be discovered by pure accident. He literally just sat inside waiting for the world to magically find him. After days of total silence, he steps outside, frustrated, and yells into the empty street, "Hey, I'm here." And a distant voice just shouts back, "Well, why didn't you tell us?" The market is incredibly busy. It is not going to go on a scavenger hunt for you. If you don't reach out to them, they're just going to buy from whoever reached them first. Returning to his board after shouting into the void, he writes down this harsh reality. A product that isn't seen doesn't spread. It's so true. The absolute best product in the world is utterly useless if it remains a well-kept secret. You literally have to put yourself right in front of the customer. On to Section 4, Rule 3, building real trust. Desperate for some fast success without having to build entirely from scratch, the monkey attempts his third venture. He goes big. He puts up this massive, unmissable sign for his new restaurant reading, "Al Fake Chicken, the strongest shop in the market." He really wanted a shortcut here. But then a customer walks up, reads this giant sign, looks right at the monkey, and asks a devastatingly simple question. "Who are you, and why should I trust you with my money and my health? What guarantees you won't just disappear tomorrow?" The monkey was totally speechless. Because, think about it, anyone can print a massive banner that says, "We are the best." But customers don't buy banners, do they? They buy trust. Especially when we're talking about food, money, or really any important life decision. So, he writes down this crucial point. Ads bring the customer, trust brings them back. The first time someone walks through your door, yeah, it might be because of your super clever marketing. But the second, third, and fourth times, that is entirely based on the trust you actually built during their very first visit. Consistent quality and actually fulfilling your promises are what genuinely secure that repeat business. Moving to Section 5, Rule 4, Effective Repetition. Next up, our protagonist discovers that human psychology requires a whole lot of patience and a ton of consistency. When the monkey tried running just one single ad, absolutely nothing happened. Crickets. He actually thought the ad was broken. But there's a very specific sequence to how a customer processes new information over time. Think about how you scroll online. The first time they see you, step 1, they ignore you. The second time, step 2, they start to faintly remember you exist. The third time, step 3, they might wonder what you're actually all about. And maybe, just maybe, by the fourth time, step 4, they finally decide to try you out. Repetition is absolutely vital. Now, it doesn't mean annoyingly spamming people, but it does mean showing up consistently with the same visual identity, the same promise, and the same high quality until you become a familiar face. So he updates his lesson board again with this quote, "Once is not enough. Repeat to fix your name." He realizes that healthy repetition means showing up until you become genuinely trusted. Familiarity breeds comfort, and comfort, well, comfort breeds sales. If you just shout once and then completely disappear, the market will instantly forget you ever existed. And finally, Section 6, Rule 5, Smart Continuity. For his final major lesson, the monkey learns the absolute critical difference between working hard and working smart. You can totally exhaust yourself rearranging the deck chairs, but stubbornness is not a strategy. The monkey was doing what we call blind continuity. He was arriving super early, obsessively cleaning shelves repeatedly, changing his logo colors, taking new photos of the exact same product from slightly different angles. He really thought he was hustling, but his sales? Completely flat. He was repeating the same mistakes, moving a lot but going absolutely nowhere. On the flip side, true smart continuity means sitting down, analyzing your sales numbers, and actually asking, why are customers leaving? Adapting to customer feedback, and honestly admitting what just isn't working. It requires checking your ego at the door and evolving based on what the market is desperately trying to tell you. He wipes the board one last time to write this ultimate truth. The project doesn't need you to work harder, it needs you to play smarter. He finally gets it. Starting a business is the easy part, but surviving, that requires continuous, highly intelligent adaptation. Pure effort in the wrong direction is just a massive waste of energy. You've got to be willing to pivot, adjust, and evolve. So let's wrap this up. If you actually want your project to survive out there, you absolutely must be able to confidently answer these 5 fundamental questions. Because I promise you, the market will ruthlessly test you on them. What problem do you actually solve? Who actually knows you exist? Why should the market trust you? Why would a customer return? And finally, are you actively learning or just blindly repeating mistakes? Before you launch anything, be radically honest with yourself here. If you've got a weak foundation, all the hype in the world is just going to act as a heavy weight that eventually crushes your business. You have to fix the foundation first. I'm going to leave you with this question to really reflect on. Think about your own habits for a second. What actually makes you buy from a store? Is it the price, the look, or is it an underlying sense of trust? Think about the last 3 places you spent your hard-earned money. Was it really just because of a cool logo? Probably not. I really hope this explainer equips you to evaluate your own foundations. Don't end up like our monkey friend, trying to sell umbrellas in the literal desert. Ask yourself, what is your market actually thirsting for? Stay curious, everyone, and keep questioning your strategies.